Although only a minority of Arab Americans are Muslim, it is important to understand who Muslims are. Islam is a religion that worships the God of Abraham. People who practice the religion of Islam are called Muslims. The majority of Muslims in America are not Arab. They are African American and Asian American. The place of worship is called a mosque, or masjid. In order to keep a strong connection with God, Islam prescribes that believers pray 5 times a day. Friday between 12 and 2 in the afternoon is the time of congregational worship, so increased traffic and activity at the mosques at this time is common. When in doubt about cultural considerations, ask questions.
You basically have to approach it from the standpoint of blunt honesty. What do you expect of me, and what can I do to maintain the level of respect to your institution?
If you visit a mosque, be aware that there are separate entrances to the prayer sections for males and females as an extension of modesty. To keep their minds on the worship of God, men and women pray in separate sections. Shoes are removed before entering the area dedicated to prayer. Avoid stepping on the prayer rug with your shoes. Islam prescribes that men and women behave and dress modestly. Shorts or revealing clothing are not worn at the mosque. One cultural consideration is that women cover their heads with scarves or hats when praying or where the prayer section is. It is inappropriate to interrupt someone in prayer. Typically, one will walk behind or far ahead of the person in prayer, or wait until he or she is finished before they pass or approach. Respect and modesty for some Muslims may mean not touching someone of the opposite sex, even in the case of a handshake. It is better to let the person of the opposite sex extend his or her hand as a signal that it is okay to shake hands. Such modesty also applies to home visits.
Could I come in and talk to you?
Sorry, my husband isn't home right now.
This may seem suspicious, but it may be inappropriate to enter a home if only someone of the opposite sex is present. If circumstances permit, return when a resident of the same gender as the officer is available. Having a female officer present can also be helpful.
We're police officers with Montgomery County. Would you have some time to talk to us this afternoon?
Yeah, sure. Come in.
Thank you.
Some Muslims pray at home and may take their shoes off when entering the house to keep the carpet clean.
Sure.
Nice to meet you.
Would you be kind enough to take your shoes off?
If you cannot remove your shoes, ask where you can hold a conversation with your shoes on.
Another location that we could interview you?
Arab culture values respect and saving face. Individuals may wish to be interviewed apart from their families to save face. Publicity in public scenes may also cause unnecessary embarrassment and humiliation.
The proper protocol, if police officers offered a drink or a snack, would be to accept it. If one says no thank you, even if they say it very politely, that can be offensive.
Accept the offering even if you choose not to eat or drink it. This is considered more acceptable than rejecting their hospitality. A prayer rug is about the size of a large towel. Muslims do not step on it with their shoes to keep the rug clean and pure for prayer. In cases involving searches, extra scrutiny should be a result of behavioral characteristics rather than physical appearance or attire. Indiscriminate touching of a head covering or body may be perceived as offensive. We know your job is to be observant, but be aware that a male staring at or touching a woman is considered offensive. If a search of a woman's scarf is warranted, explain why she needs to remove it. Public searches of the headscarf are viewed as humiliating and violate one's religious tenets. Have a female officer bring her into a private room, if you have those resources, and ask her to remove the scarf herself. Paying attention to details like these will go a long way in building rapport and cooperation with the Arab and Muslim American communities.
The members of the community love to interrelate with their politicians, their community leaders, and their police departments. So to get close and to be able to share concerns and positive things and all kinds of aspects in day-to-day living environments and stuff of that nature, it works out wonderfully. Would love to have both sides educate each other as to the perceptions, correcting difficulties, and mending fences where there may be a breach. And if we do that, we'll be okay.